So we're talking about vibration, so much so that it's irritating at times for you, we know. But when we talk about vibration that is tangible, then that's something more interesting to human beings. And so a vibration that is tangible is something that you can feel. And the better it feels, the more you like it. And the worse it feels, the less you like it. So this relationship between you and the subsequent vibrational relationship, which is what all emotions are indicators of your relationship with your inner being. In other words, that's why they exist. And so when you think conceptually, when you're contemplating what might be the best thing for me to do in terms of what I want to create, it gets sometimes sort of confusing and wonky for you, because you forget something that we want to continue to remind you, and that is everything that you want, no matter what it is, whether it's a material object or a pile of money or a relationship or a state of being or circumstance or event, doesn't matter. Everything that you ever want or anybody else ever wants is for one reason and one reason only: you think you will feel better in the having of it. So everything, all of this manifestation, it all exists, and you've figured it out, is for the benefit of your joyful, satisfying unfolding of life experience. So when you put all of that as the underpinning of the conversation that we're having, and then you say, what's the difference between a feeling of love or a feeling of excitement or enthusiasm? Both of them feel good, and both of them are relative to something. Both of them are in connection with source energy. And so a feeling of love, let's focus upon a feeling of love. Can you focus upon a feeling of love and focus on someone? Esther always, when we would ask that question, would focus on Kate. So much so that once when Esther was mad at Jerry, he said, pretend that I'm Kate. She just couldn't find any thought other than love when she focused on Kate. She couldn't find a resistant thought. And in the absence of resistance, she was in perfect sync with the way her inner being feels about Kate. So that feeling of love is perfect alignment with source, because if there is a word that describes or defines or is source, it would be that. Now, humans do all kinds of weird things with the word, but in its purest form, love and appreciation are actually such close vibrations that there's no point really in defining the difference between them. You just like it better when we say love. So in complete alignment with your inner being, you're really going to like this. Love, let's just say, all right, here it is. You accept your emotional scale, yes? You could be fearful all the way to exhilarated or whatever that high-flying love appreciation is. So you get the boundaries isn't the right word, but the spectrum of your emotional scale. It's almost impossible for you to mentally conceive of your inner being's emotional scale, because its lowest point is what you call love. We like how you got that. Now, tune into your inner being and together focus on something new and find out what's beyond love. You might call it passion. You might call it exhilaration. But you'll know it when you feel it. It's just more momentum. Is it a higher frequency? Yes, it's that too. But it's a higher frequency that's been focused upon longer, so there's more momentum about it. What does more momentum give you? Think about it in terms of your physical environment. Think in terms of the physics that you learned in school or didn't learn in school and are learning now. What does momentum bring to the equation? More power, more movement, more getting things done. You want to be a powerful creator? Then tune yourself to the frequency of love and then turn on the juice. So this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. If you become more specific about a subject before you're in sync with your inner being, leading edge creators, are you with us? And then you decide to become more specific from that place of your connection with love. Rapture. We can't even find words. Esther calls it the magic. It's where the exhilaration is so strong and the feeling of appreciation is unspeakable and the power, the demonstratable power of that kind of alignment moves mountains, moves oceans, moves movements, moves people, changes power. Love feels like satisfaction, but there's way more than satisfaction in this exhilaration of life from time to time, isn't there? Yeah.